Have I told you lately that I love you, Bradford City? 23,000 fans were in attendance to watch Bradford City beat Colchester United 4-1. The best team in the league at the minute, Colchester United. 17 clean sheets, Colchester United. 13 unbeaten, Colchester United. 7th place, Colchester United. Best team in 2025, Colchester United. We defeated them 4-1. We did the same with Walsall. They went on a great run, Walsall, flying high, 17 points ahead of us. Get battered 3-0, go home, and have a very sad night. We showed passion today, and it was just a great game. First cut is the deepest for Colchester. They've gone on a great run, and we learnt, and Walsall have learnt that game that you lose, you don't go on a bad run. So hopefully for them they don't. They were fantastic support, you have to say, but I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about how Colchester were. We were fantastic. We that were the best performance I've seen ever, I think, from Bradford City. Me, obviously, I'm young. I haven't seen the best days of Bradford City live, but that performance, it had everything. It had great desire, character, 1-1. We could have had our heads gone. We could have dropped, and that's what I've seen from Bradford City teams. Not this one, and that's what's so special about it. That is so special about this team, and I've spoke about it in that winning run that we had, and we were great. But then those last two games, I didn't see that same dropping. I just saw us not taking the chances and missing quality players, and thankfully Patterson and Poynton are back now, and like I was saying last week, it's just cruel in ways how football can be that we ended up losing three of our best players, along with already losing our best in Andy Cook. That's just football and how unlucky you can be. Some guys have all the luck, and unfortunately Patterson hasn't. He's never had that luck. To have constant injury after injury, and then to miss huge games due to I think it was appendix that he had out, something like that, and that's just unlucky. So you've got to feel for him, but he got some minutes back under him. Boynton's back with an assist, and a fantastic assist as well. Great ball. He's got a wonderful left foot, and Lapsley. He's sort of, obviously I didn't see every minute, but from highlights, certain games that I've seen, he does remind me of Frank Lampard, a very rubbish Frank Lampard, but his timing of knowing when to run into the box, his movement in the box, he's always moving, and someone like that, you need a midfielder like that who's hungry to get in the box, burst in there, got a good head, gets his contact onto the end of things, but just makes the right runs, whether it's underlapping, overlapping runs in the defence. He gets in behind the defence a lot, and that's what you need. And that's something that we didn't quite have in the last two. Even though against Tranmere he should have scored through making a great run, it didn't happen often enough. So I thought he was fantastic. Got his goals, 2 goals. He only scores braces when he scores for Bradford City, and good ones at that as well. I thought Kavanagh, stay with me. I thought Kavanagh had a great game, and he is the difference, I think. I like Mellon. I think he's a clinical, natural striker who can hold the ball up well and can be a good link, but the difference that Kavanagh brings is the energy, but he just doesn't stop moving. He's a pest. I think it would be very hard for defenders to control Callum Kavanagh, along with George Lapsley, and Tariq Wright especially were fantastic again today. Jamie Walker, whoever's in those 10 positions, when you've got Callum Kavanagh up front, who's constantly moving, constantly hassling you, leaving his boot in there sometimes, his bad touch can be hard for defenders to deal with because he's quite unpredictable, because you don't know if he's going to, link play really well or it's not going to come off. Sometimes you don't really know what he's doing, but he's always moving, he's always on the move, and he makes things happen, and that's a hard skill. It is a skill to make things happen, and that's what he does. He causes chaos and havoc for defenders, and it allows your Lapsleys to have more space. It allows you, it just allows players to have more space, and that were great. And he had a great game, and I think he is the missing link maybe in those last few games, and he played a big part in that winning run. Because Colchester wanted to play out, and Kavanagh, Lapsley, those forward players didn't allow it. The midfield were really well organised, and then when they did get in behind us, I thought the defenders matched them superbly well. Neil Byrne and Brad Halliday doubled up on Edwards, who I said whoever plays in that position, although I did think Baldwin and Halliday would be better. Neil Byrne was quite possibly man of match. There's about 6, 7, 8, maybe all of them could be in with a shout of man of match. That's the type of performance that we've been having. 8, 9s out of 10s. We dropped to a 6. That was a small drop in quality that we had. Everyone were back up to 8 and 9s, and anyone could have got a shout for man of match. Everyone were superb. But Neil Byrne, the amount of interceptions he made, the physical battles that he just bullied Edwards, dominated Edwards. He was first to the ball every time and forcing him back, not diving in but staying with him. I thought he was superb. As best as a centre-back performance could be, apart from that huge mistake when he just sort of switched off. He's not comfortable on the ball. And that's why, a bit critical against Tranmere, because I didn't think he should have been playing that game, because we need someone who were comfortable on the ball in that position, like Baldwin. But he made a big mistake, and then Sam Walker stood still and made an absolutely fantastic save. Tonight's the night where Bradford City have given me a reason to believe that we are going to get promoted. I think that's the difference now. I took a point. I was saying to everyone, I'll take a point. It's a tough game. But we end up winning 4-1, a real statement like the Walsall one, and we just couldn't lose that game, because if you go and lose 3 in a row, it goes into Accrington and then you've got negative momentum. I think Accrington's a huge game that we need to win, and then if we do win that, it sets us up lovely going into April, where we're, I think, 169 points now. If we beat Accrington 172, going into April, where we need maybe 8 points in the last month, 10, and I think then, we're looking at, we're going to do it. And I think there's a belief in the stadium, in the atmosphere, my heart. The rhythm of my heart were beating like a drum. It was something to behold, that atmosphere, because I haven't seen it much, and there's still levels it can go up to. Let's not get carried away. There's still levels that this atmosphere can go to. But the amount of people that were there, the scarf parade, the volume that it went up to. I hope that the people who went for the first time, the people who haven't been going for the last few seasons because they haven't been able to believe in this team, I hope they do now, because this team is somewhat special that we can all get behind it. The Bradford City, you're in my heart, you're in my soul, but I think you've won a lot of other people's hearts as well after that performance and this season, getting a lot of people back in love with Bradford City. Because even when they went 1-1, we've done that all season. We've got behind them, come on City and all that. But Sam Walker, we're getting the fans going. Aidan Baldwin, we're getting the fans going. All the players were doing that, in their own little way. But it was the character that we showed on the pitch to take players on. To have that pace in the final third. I thought Tariq Wright were a game changer up there. Keller, he's a quality player, can dictate a game, but wants to impact games. It's one thing dictating, but do you want to impact the game? Do you want to score a goal? Do you want to, create something? Have a bit of spark in you, and he's got all that. He will go to the top. He's never going to play in League 2 ever again. Hopefully we can keep him, but I don't think we will. Talking of another lone player who's not going to play in League 2 again, it's Teo Adramola. He's pacing behind the fence. Tom Anderson didn't want that battle with him. He looked him in the eyes and he said, "You make the move and I'm going to go the opposite way." And he beat him every time. Crossing were fantastic, and so many times we got that ball into the area, low, hard, fast ball, and we scored I think we scored all our goals from doing it, pulling it back, but it comes from the wing backs, and both of them were superb, 1v1 and running beyond and in behind the defence. And like I said, the defenders had a great job, and Sam Walker made a great save from Neil Byrne's mistake when Edwards went through and scored. But no matter how good the players were, no matter how good of a job Graham Alexander's doing, we all know it's down to my lucky shorts. But we all know it's down to my hot legs. I wear my shorts well. It's 17 games unbeaten in shorts. That's the difference. So some unexpected wins in there as well. Not just going on for Morecambe at home, and they didn't actually. They did for Morecambe away, and we drew 1-1, last minute equaliser. That was the power of the shorts. They're special, and I think they need to be up with the City culture thing. You know, things are going up with City culture. Get my shorts in there because they're a special breed. So Port Vale away, they'll be there. Swindon away, they'll be there. Hopefully Doncaster away, if I can get a ticket, they'll be there. And the remaining home games there will be there, and we will get promoted because of my shorts. I mean, obviously weather plays a big part. I mean, have you ever seen the rain as bad as that? You know, we had to battle through it, and I love a game when it's chucking it down, and it's in March, and you know, you've got to battle for it, and we wanted it more, and that was the difference. You know, we were much the better team. We exploited them through the width, through the midfield. We blocked everything that they were building up through the midfield. We were just superb. Such a well-rounded, fantastic performance. But we've got to keep going into the next few games. We've got 8 games left, 8 cup finals. We played that like it World Cup final. If we could play out like every game, we won't lose, because no one can match us when we play like that, and that's all we can worry about. We can only impact ourselves, and that we're a team that stood to a challenge. You know, there's pressure, there's huge pressure when you're at Bradford City and you're playing with 23,000 fans around you. You know, 700 and odd from Colchester as well, more than what Walsall brought. There were really good support from them, but you know, with that atmosphere, players have bottled it, they've shirked it, they've gone hiding. None of them did. None of them. Everyone rose up to a challenge. So credit to every single one of those players who have given us a team of leaders, a team of fighters, and a team of characters that we haven't seen for 8 years at least. So fantastic, every single one of them. Those players, they can make me dance, they can make me sing, they can make me do anything. They're sailing to League One, and they're giving us many ooh-la-la performances. Let me know your thoughts on the game in the comments down below. Like the video if you did, and subscribe if you're new on the road to 900 subscribers. All support is massively appreciated. Are we going up? I think we are. I'm very confident of it now, because of the fixtures are tough, but the fact we've got Pattison and Poynton back, I think that's huge. A huge boost for confidence, a huge boost for creativity, forward running, and it was just a fantastic performance. And like I say, credit to every single one of them, and Graham Alexander for giving us a Bradford City we can believe in. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.